Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. In this episode, we are finally gonna be finished building this office space. And so stay tuned. Alright guys, so I got some of this wood stain. It's a red oak color. And I got these trim boards that they're gonna go on the window and the door. I already stained these and cut them out and installed them, and I like that dark finish. This is 3 coats. This one was 2 coats, and so I think I'm gonna go a little darker on the trim than on this stuff. So I got this done and that done, and all I gotta do is do this window. I had to insulate it last time, so I never got to it. And this stuff is all dry, so I'm gonna trim all the extras off and then cut out that trim board and stain it and install it. Also, I have to build a ladder, which I'm gonna do a really simple 2x6s going at an angle like this somehow. And then I'm also gonna stain and clear coat the ladder, because stuff like this and the trims, they're not gonna be really touched or pretty much, so I don't have to stain it, clear coat it. The ladder and my table is gonna get a clear coat, which we're gonna build a ladder first and then take it to my shop, and that's where my table material is. The table is gonna be fully custom built. It's just gonna be a bunch of 2x12s by 10s, and they're gonna be put together, which I'm gonna get to it a little bit later. Also, I've been working on these doors. I got them all insulated the other day, and they are metal framed custom built doors, which I did not want to take them off and close the door. I wanted to use those doors in the summertime when it's nice. You can come in here, open them up, and then have it like a patio basically. And so they've been a challenge trying to figure out how I'm gonna frame them, reframe them, add more stuff to it, and make it work. So far I got it all figured out. I have an inch of insulation that was already on the doors before, and then I installed some 2x4s on the sides and then added more insulation, the fiberglass on the inside, so it's like double the insulation. Since they are metal, they're gonna get cold pretty quick or heat up in the summertime. So with double insulation, it should be all right. I got 2 boards on the sides, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna close it and I'm gonna frame or install all the fence boards, and it should be done. And then for the locking system, I'm gonna put some of these gate locks, make it kind of yeah, so we'll get to it later. So now I gotta build a ladder. Since I got my trims done, I just came back from the store, picked up all the material, and so let's start building. All right, so this is what I got for my ladder. I cut out these 2 pieces, clamp them down so they're perfectly even, sand off the edges, sand the bottom down, and now I got these lines marked where I want to put a level onto, like this, and then I can draw out where I need to put drill holes for my steps. And I'm gonna have about 6 steps. They're gonna be kind of steep, but it'll work fine. And then the other thing is I gotta figure out how wide I want it. Probably about 1.5 feet or a foot. We'll see. but that's what it looks like so far. All right, we're back inside. Time to finish off these doors. I put plastic on it from the top to the bottom. Got the saw here. I'm gonna close the doors and then start from the bottom and move my way up. And I got like 30 some pieces here. It's gonna go 15 on each side with an overhang of 2 inches to get a complete seal. And yeah, let's get it done. All right guys, check it out. This door is done. I got 2 locks on top, and then on the bottom they're just those gate lock things. Drilled a hole in the roof and in the floor, just to pin in, and that's what it looks like. Got this really cozy feel to it, and they open up. They're double insulated doors. If I want to open them in the future, I can just pull the locks out and open them, and it's gonna look awesome. I mean, feel awesome. I got my banner up. It kind of got wrinkled through all this construction work, and we're gonna change this into Yevi's headquarters. And also I got this window trim done. Look at that beautiful stain. I added little 45-degree angle cuts just for the heck of it. And then, so the window's done, the door's done, and then these long pillars are done. And then that one over there is all done. So the only thing I'm missing is this corner, the ladder and the table, which I cut out all the stuff for the ladder. We're gonna take it to the shop and get it done over there, because all my equipment is there to get it the perfect finish on it. But other than that, check it out. Got this place all cleaned up. The floors nicely swept. Still probably need a little wash to get all the dust off, since I was cutting in here just a few minutes ago. But overall, oh, and the other thing I need is a light fixture, which all the stores, that light fixture right there I got that from IKEA a while back ago. And I wanted to get the same one over here so they match, but IKEA has been closed for the last 4 days due to smoke in the air. And I wanted to pick up a nice little couch here. I'm thinking about building a custom table, coffee table, later down the road. Sometime in the future, I'm not sure yet. Get a little rug, and when I get one of those fake fireplaces, the electric kind of fireplace, to put in that corner to add to the whole cabin feel. But overall, this thing turned out awesome. Alright guys, we are done filming at the office studio. We're filming in my shop now. Right here I got my table. It's been started on. I got 2 by 12 by 10 pieces of wood, and that's all it's gonna be. This is the back side. Underneath side, I got all these 1/4 inch metal pieces screwed in, and it's holding the whole thing together. It is not the best, but it will work for my application. You got all these little attachments all around here, and then on the corners I got a 2 by 2 corner holding it all together. That way once you flip it over, let's flip it over right now. how it's gonna look like. And we already got screw in it. And so I'm gonna use some of this wood filler. It's an oak red, something like that. It's a red oak wood filler. We're gonna fill in these gaps and then all the other gaps we have. And then we're gonna sand this whole thing down, make it super smooth before we stain it. And then we're gonna clear coat the whole thing. So that's what's going on with this table. It's a big table and it's gonna be awesome when it's done. But right now it looks like 2x4s. Over here we got my ladder system all set up. I got this pre-cut at the shop or at the office earlier today, and I got all these holes pre-drilled. So my steps, they're gonna just go boom and boom and boom. Yeah, so the idea is I got this whole thing sanded down. I'm gonna stain it and then come back the next day, let it dry, and then I'm gonna clear coat this thing so it's gonna be nice and smooth. My steps are gonna be super smooth so I can walk on them barefoot and not get splinters. And that's the next process for this ladder system. And once we're gonna get it stained, I'm gonna show you how it looks. So I got my table up on stands. I got all this stuff caulked, wood filler. And then I got my sander right here. I'm gonna start with a 36 and then move my way up until it gets nice and even. The wood's kind of like that, so it's gonna take a little bit. Also over here, I wanna get this circle going. And since I had a cut right here, the seam, I wanna come out this way and kind of smooth it out. So when the chair pulls up, then you don't have this rough edge right here because it doesn't look too appealing. But if I can get it like this and then come out this way, then it's gonna look pretty good. And then over here, I got all the stuff stained. I'm gonna let it dry. I need at least 8 hours before I can apply clear coat. This stuff I'm actually gonna clear coat. All the other stuff I did not, because I want this stuff to be safe. And then the table, I want this thing to be also clear coated. And once it's all sanded out, I'm just waiting until the wood filler dries a little bit and then start sanding it and trying to get it as even as possible. It's not gonna be 100% even or 100% flat, but it's gonna be doable. So I'm gonna do that and then update you guys in a bit. All right guys, so I got this table done. I had it glued between the seams and then filled it with wood filler. Sand the whole thing down, drilled out this hole for my wires, for my monitor, speakers, whatnot. Sand these corners down, made them nice and cornery. And this table is not 100% perfect, but it is gonna look great in my office. It's gonna have that not perfect perfection to it. And so it's gonna turn out pretty good. Got my whole weird shape right here, which is much better than having the straight cut. And so, yeah, that's what it looks like. I'm happy with it. I didn't want nothing super perfect. I just want something good enough. So I'm gonna get some stain and stain it with oak red or red oak color. Same thing as my trims, my ladder, and all the other stuff. So I'm gonna stain it really quick. I'm gonna go with 2 or 3 coats depending how dark it's gonna come out. So all right guys, check this out. I got this whole thing stained, and look how beautiful this thing looks. All the wood stuff coming out, and it's just so much going on just one surface, like all this stuff. I'm really liking it. I like something like this. It's gonna go really good with the office, because my whole office looks like this, with being cedar all on the walls, the ceiling, and then I got some flooring, VLP flooring, and then I'm gonna have this once it's clear coated, and it's gonna look super glossy, and it's gonna look really awesome once it's all done. But for now, I'm gonna let this dry, and then I'm gonna come back and probably give it a second light coat of stain. That way, it's gonna be a little darker, because I got my ladders over here, and look at that. I mean, it's not like 100% perfect, but it's glossy. And this was 2 coats of stain on it and 2 coats of clear. So yeah, so we're gonna let this dry and then come back to it in 2 hours, I think the can said. So, and give another coat after that. All right guys, check it out. So this table is pretty much dry. I stained it twice, and I'm gonna go one more time so it gets a little more darker. But I got this exciting log today. This log, I have no idea what tree it is, and all I know, it's been aged for many years, and it's about 5 inches, 6 inches, 4 inches thick. And this is gonna be my coffee table. Since I'm making everything out of scratch, I figured why not make a nice little coffee table to match my office space. And all right, so this is what it looks like. It's still got bark on it, so I'm gonna have to go in and remove all the bark, because it's gonna rot out or whatnot. I'm not a wood person or woodsman or whatever their title is. I just come up with ideas and try to make it work. And this is exactly what I had. This piece I got from one of my clients. I worked on their cars before, and I saw it laying in their garage, and they're like, if you want it, come pick it up. And I found the perfect use for it. Since I built my office, I need a little coffee table to go with it, and I figured why not build it out of this little slab. So I'm gonna start with removing all the bark and then cleaning up the space. I'm not gonna worry about this so much. My idea is to clean it all up, weld some nice steel legs, and then probably cut it, because this thing's a little too long. So I'm thinking about trimming it somewhere around here, wherever I'll figure that out in a second. But yeah, what do you guys think? This is gonna make a pretty awesome coffee table, or what? Most of this is pretty smooth, but I'm gonna smooth it out even more, and so it gets this nice smooth finish. The idea is to sand this, remove all the bark, cut it a little bit shorter, probably like this, because I don't need like a super long one, but I need something half the size. And then my idea was to sand it, stain it, and clear coat it. So this thing's gonna match my table, my ladders, my trims, and get this whole wood theme going throughout my whole office. And everything is used from recycled, affordable, budget-friendly material. Like this piece right here, I got it for free, and with a few hours of work on it, I think I can get it to a really stunning looking custom coffee table. So yeah, I'm gonna start cleaning this up. I'm gonna remove the bark, cut it to the size I want, and keep you guys updated. All right, so I just applied my first coat of clear. And so I'm gonna let it dry and then come in and sand this whole thing with one of these things to get rid of all the fibers, the wood fibers, and whatever else is peeking through the clear. And then I'm gonna clear coat it again and again and again. All right, guys, so I got my table here. This has been clear coated twice and it's ready for the final clear coat, but I don't have my legs yet and I don't want to final clear it and then build legs. This way I can build my legs, and if something happens I can sand it, clear coat it, and fix it, kind of type of thing. For my legs I'm gonna use probably this for the base, just screw it into the wood. And then I got a bunch of scrap of metal. I got like this 1 1/4 or something that I'm gonna use for legs. So I'm just gonna weld something up, something quick, and then see how it turns out. I'm not sure on the design yet, but it's gonna be a basic triangle, square, rectangle looking thing. All right, so I got my legs, my bottom and top brackets. I'm gonna cut it all out, and then I'm gonna clean it all up, and then I'm gonna take it and start measuring off how I want it. Make sure it's all balanced. This thing's gonna go like this. This thing's gonna go like this, and then it's gonna be angled out a little bit. So I might have to cut out the corners over there, and yeah, so I'm gonna clean it all up and then weld it all up. All right, guys, check it out. So I got this leg tack welded while it was leveled perfectly on the ground, and then I already got one of the legs welded up. This is what it looks like. This thing weighs like good 5 pounds, but that's kind of the idea. I grinded off all the corners, tried to smooth it out as much as possible, because one of these days I'm gonna hit it with my toe or somebody else, and it's gonna be painful if I have really sharp edges. So I want to make sure these corners are nice and smooth. And then I gotta weld this one up and do the same thing there, but on this one. All right, so I got my stands all done, cleaned them up, wiped them with some degreaser, and I'm gonna use some black spray paint out of a can and give them a quick paint job. All right, guys, so I actually ended up putting the table together, and this is what I got. Got my legs, they're all nice and painted, and it just perfectly fits into this corner. I got my couch, and then nice little rug, and I finally installed my light. So for this light system, since I work over there sometimes and I don't want light here, and I'm still trying to get like a little fireplace type of looking thing right here where I can put a TV, but my issue was all my outlets are on that side, so I had to go in and basically tap into this source of light, get a outlet and a light switch up here. So if I want to turn off the lights on this side of the corner, I just come in here, flip it off, turn on the TV, and have like a movie night or whatnot. and if I need light, I turn it on and it's good to go. So I had to take apart one of these pieces, and since I did all the electrical work in this place, I knew exactly what I could tap into and figure out how it's gonna work. I initially wanted it to be down here, the outlet, but it's not gonna work because there's so many beams and all these wood right here, it's all been nailed in, and yeah, so but that's kind of how it looks like. This table turned out pretty awesome. Look at that finish, super nice glossy finish. Super proud of this work. I always wanted to do some woodwork, but I never had an opportunity or that big desire of like, I need to build this for this. And here I just found this piece and I figured this would be the ideal coffee table, and it's the perfect size and it looks awesome. So yeah, so that corner right here is more of a chill, read a book, sit on your phone type of corner. And so that's kind of what this setup is. And then once I'm not using it, turn it off, and I got my table set up. I got my lights here, which are all adjustable, and then that light switch controls all of this. And I got my computer up here where I do most of my editing, and I used to work on my laptop, but with so many videos it's only gonna lasted me not that long. So got a nice little 32-inch TV, or I mean monitor, and fits perfectly in here. Got my chair, and I got this table. Look how nice this thing looks. Also, I had to get a bigger antenna for my Wi-Fi. Surprisingly, well, not surprisingly, I had to add a few extenders in my house to get the signal out here, because we're talking about straight across the backyard in the corner, which is quite far, but I get pretty good, decent high-speed internet here, so I'm really happy with that. That was my biggest worry, is trying to get the signal up here without running cables. I do not want to run cables, and I was able to do it with a few extenders and a nice little antenna. And so yeah, that's kind of what it looks like. I'm still trying to figure out a few more things. Later I would love to build some shelves right about this level where I can put like my drones, my other camera equipment I have. Right now it's just in a pile of somewhere. And so alright guys, that is it for this episode. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure you let me know down below, and let me know what you thought about this whole build. I felt like it would be a really good thing to build, kind of in a way where, since I moved out, this place would have been kind of a storage unit, and I have a storage unit right on the other side of this wall, which I don't need such a big storage unit, and so it would be kind of more of a waste of space, I felt. And so I decided to add a little bit more money, add a little bit more time, and then build this ultimate office space. It's 200 square feet. It's all cabin feely, looky greatness, all compact into one little room with lofts up top. Got my giant 10-foot working bench. So winter's coming, so I'm gonna have to figure out my heating situation, because it's gonna be kind of cold. But that's not a big problem, because nothing extra layers can't solve. I used to work here in the winter on my Porsche, and when you're working, you're moving, you're grinding, you're cutting stuff. It's not that cold, but when you're sitting there editing for hours and hours, it gets kind of cold. But yeah, anyway, you guys let me know if you like this build. Let me know what you guys thought about it. And we're not going to be building any more stuff. I'm currently building a bunch of stuff at the other shop, and I'm going to update you guys on that later. I'm almost done setting up. I'm second month into that place, and opening up other businesses, and getting proper setup where I can come in and have the stuff the way I want it. So that'd be a whole different episode. It's not gonna be it's just gonna be, here it is, done. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed it, let me know down below. And if you want to see what's up next, make sure you subscribe, because we're finally almost done getting set up to a point where we want to be. Yeah, so have a great day. We'll see you next time.